Good day everyone! In this video we want to explain how to use counters in the RectFlow application. My name is Nika and today I will be your host and helper. The application allows you to automate various events: an order created, a product created, a new customer created, etc. Counters are needed to count and automate virtually any processes in your store. Count the number of orders for products bought the most in a day or week. Count the quantity of a specific product or how many times a discount has been used in your store. We can count how many customers were added in a week or count how many orders were made per day. If we count the number of products created in the store, we can count, for example, how many products with a price of more than $1,000 have been added to the shop. How many orders were made per week from buyers with the VIP tag, or how often is hot tagged product bought during the day. We have many conditions for each trigger. You can read more about triggers and conditions in our guide. The link is down below. With the help of counters, you can count anything. Your use case is not limited to the examples I gave above. In RectFlow application, we have the action change counter. You can choose any trigger and add an action change counter. This action is the basis of this functionality. If you want to calculate something, you need to choose a trigger, choose a condition, and add an action change counter. You can increase, decrease, or reset counter to 0. Let's look at an example. This is the store that sells phones. The store owner wants to set up a counter that will send him the weekly report on the number of orders that contain iPhone 12 and iPhone 13 purchased and automatically reset the counter to 0. We will set up such a process in 2 stages. The first stage is to set the conditions under which the counter will change. The second stage is to set up email sending and counter reset. On the Workflow tab, click the Create New button, then choose Trigger Order Created. The next step is to choose the condition, Order Line Item. Select Matcher. Any of line items matches the following. Then choose line item's name and is equal and write iPhone 13. It is better to write down the names of the products as they are indicated in the store, or choose Matcher Includes. Now, if the order includes an iPhone 13, the counter must increase by 1. To do this, choose the action Change Counter. Give a name to this counter and change the field Quantity to Add 1. The store owner also needs to configure the same counter for the iPhone 12. You don't need to create a separate workflow for this, just configure another condition down below. Click on Add Condition and repeat the previous steps, but in the field value write iPhone 12. The final steps are to name the workflow, save it and run it. For convenience, I suggest creating a separate flow that will send a letter with the number of orders for previously specified models. Then reset automatically to start counting goods from scratch every week. Return to the My Workflows tab, click the Create New button. Select the time of week trigger, then the Send Email action. Then the letter to the shop owner's email address. Write the subject of the letter and in the message field choose counter name. After sending a letter, you need to set a delay of 5 minutes or more. This action is required for the counter to reset after the store owner received the report letter. Select Add Delay, select Time Interval and write value 5. And finally, set up the counter reset. Select the Change Counter action, name the counter as in the previous workflow and set it to 0. Now you have one workflow that will change the counter, another that will send the email with the results, and then reset the counter. You can configure counters in any workflow chain and for any need. If you have any questions, please contact our support team. They will help you as soon as they can. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.